Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am showing you another quick and easy breakfast recipe. Making jawar roti can be little difficult, especially if you are a beginner in cooking. So in today's recipe I am showing you very easy and quick garlic flavored jawar paratha. Instead of jawar roti, you can quickly make this and can be enjoyed by whole family. There is no need to use rolling pin or hot water to make this paratha. Super easy and quick way to make this healthy jawar paratha, which is high in fiber, rich source of protein and packed with essential vitamins and minerals. This is very simple and very easy recipe that you can make in those busy mornings. It takes just under 10 to 15 minutes to make this super healthy gluten-free garlic flavor paratha. To make this garlic flavor paratha with liquid dough, I am using 1 cup of jawar flour, that is about 250 grams of jawar flour. Here I am using freshly ground jawar flour, that is ground in my own domestic flour mill. I have already made detailed review of domestic flour mill which is at my home. Links will be updated down below this video. Please do check it out. Next, into the flour I am adding in a spoon of salt, half spoon cumin powder, that is jeera powder. Next, a spoon of ajwain. I am just rubbing them so that it releases the flavor. Next, adding it into the bowl. Next, I am adding in finely chopped 2 green chilies. Next, I am adding in finely chopped fresh coriander leaves. Next, I am adding in finely chopped few garlic cloves. You can increase green chili and garlic to suit your taste. Next, I am adding in a cup of water. With this measurement what I have shown in this recipe, that is with 250 grams of flour, you can make up to 6 to 7 parathas. Mix it well. Jawar is a summer grain and helps to keep your body cool. Jawar being a complex carb, jawar gets digested slowly and hence keeps you fuller for a longer time. The beauty of this batter is that you can make it ahead. That is, can make the batter ahead and store it in an airtight container and keep it in refrigerator. The batter will stay good in refrigerator for about 2 to 3 days. This is how the batter looks after adding a cup of water. So don't add water at one stretch, add water little by little. Batter looks still thick, so I am adding in another half cup of water. The reason why you need to add water little by little is that each flour reacts differently to water. That is, the atta which you may be using may be different from the atta what I am using. So add water little by little so that you get little thin consistency. Make sure there are no lumps when you are mixing the batter. The batter should be of pourable consistency. It should be free flowing. Now the batter is at its right consistency. It is neither too thick nor too thin but of pourable consistency. Once everything is mixed, add a spoon of desi ghee. Give it a good mix. Make sure there are no lumps in the batter. Mix it well. Yes, now you can see that batter is at its right consistency. Once the batter is ready, cover it with the lid and allow it to set for about 5 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, let's make chutney for the paratha. Into my chutney jar, I am adding in a cup of freshly grated coconut. Into the same, I am adding in 3 green chilies. Next, fresh mint leaves. Adding in half an inch of ginger. 2 garlic cloves. Next, I am adding in half spoon of cumin seeds, that is jeera. Next, I am adding in a spoon of groundnuts. 1/4 cup roasted chana dal. Half a spoon of salt. Lastly, I am going to add a spoon of fresh curd. And then grind it until everything is nicely mixed and combined. Next, to make the paratha, I am greasing my cast iron tawa with this potli. I have already shared how to make potli. Link will be updated down below this video. Please do check it out. Once the tawa is heated, reduce the flame to the lowest and stir the batter and pour in 1 to 1.5 ladle full of batter on the tawa. I'm lightly spreading it out. And now when you're pouring the batter on the tawa should not be very hot. Drizzle in few drops of oil or desi ghee on the sides of the paratha and then cover it with lid. Cook on low flame for about 1 or 2. After 2 minutes, open the lid. As you can see, the paratha has started to leave from the sides of the tawa. Carefully flip it over and allow that side to cook for about a minute or 2. Now remember that I am using well seasoned cast iron tawa. If you are not using the well seasoned cast iron tawa, dough will stick to the tawa, so make sure you are using well seasoned tawa. Yes, now the paratha is ready. Transfer it to a serving plate and enjoy this with coconut chutney. So guys, do try this recipe and let me know how it turned out in the comment section. If you like my recipes, don't forget to like, comment and share this with your family and friends. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you are notified on my new post. Until next video, take care. Bye bye.